Good evening, everybody. This is our late night edition of Archimedes Offspring, and my name is Rita Crompton. I am president and CEO of Archimedes Offspring. So tonight we're going to talk a little bit about what does a launch look like. And this is, seriously, it's like, what bank can you rob? Because it takes a ton of money, and especially if you don't know how to squeeze it. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about this. I have seen people spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on a product launch just to see it flop. And then I've seen other folks be very wise, get to the different events they can get to that are relevant to their product. I am not talking inventor shows. Please stay away from those when you're trying to launch a product. Good Lord, it is a feeding frenzy and you are the main course. I'm serious. There are programs all over the country, fish tanks, shark tanks, launch tanks. Oh my God, there's all kinds of tanks. Stop. All right. Like I said, it is a feeding frenzy and you are the main course. And if they give you a prize, it's $10,000 and it sounds like a lot of money. It's not. You can spend that in a heartbeat. Okay. So what do? You're not going to do the as seen on TV commercials. Again, they've made their money on you. They've got no skin in the game. It's like at this point, if you've got any money left, you have got to squeeze every dollar like it's your last one. All right. Best thing to do with limited funds, try to put up at least a simple website. I am not talking thousands of dollars here. Find somebody who can put up a WordPress site for you for a few $100s, right? Shoot, you could probably do it yourself if you've got any artistic flair at all. But don't do the learning curve. Oh, I'm going to learn how to do a website. No, you know how to do a website? Great, put up a website. Get a local high school kid to put up a website for you. This does not have to be expensive. We're looking for something that gives you a footprint, all right? Now, if your product name is a little misspelled, people don't know that. I always say, what would someone Google to find you? Right? This is where words are so important. I've got some folks, their product is called Tag-A-Beaner. Nobody knew what a Tag-A-Beaner is. Now I say Tag-A-Beaner at any pet store and they go, oh yeah, that's so cool. They had a tagline, pet tag holder. It's perfect because that's exactly what Tag-A-Beaner is, a pet tag holder. And you know what people Google to find a pet tag holder? A pet tag holder. They find Tag-A-Beaner. Perfect. We had a gentleman years ago who had a tool for hanging a door. Very cool tool. All right. He wanted to call it Door Dog. When you Google Door Dog, do you know how many doggy doors you got? It was like over 1 million hits. Again, you have to be really smart with your words. So he got a different .com tagline. How to hang a door. Well, when you are trying to figure out how to hang a door, what do you Google? How to hang a door. He got howtohangadoor.net. Now he's on the first page. Be smart with your words. Apple paid a ton of money to teach you that an apple now is something you play with instead of something you eat. Most inventors I know at this point do not have $1 million to teach the public what they want to call their product. Words are important. Okay, so that is one way to kind of squeeze your money. Pay attention to words. I tell people, it's like, you know what? Buy a 6-pack of beer or a bottle of wine and get a bunch of friends over and say, what would you Google to find this? And then dance around with those words, see what kind of website you can get. You need a website. You need a landing page. Get a P.O. box. All right, a cheap one, just so that you've got a physical address that people can send stuff to. So you need a phone number, a website, domain name that goes at least to a landing page. All right, again, not expensive. And phone number, P.O. box, landing page. Those are the important things that you need to start this. A bank account can come later because you got to have something to put in the bank account. I'm not really worried about that right now. But again, they're not real expensive. You got to have $100 cash to start a bank account. You can use your, get an EIN number. That's always a good idea. Again, government's going to give it to you free of charge. I like the idea of using an EIN number just because it separates things, makes it cleaner as long as you're keeping decent books. All right. So at this point, when you're getting ready for the launch, we've cut it down a little bit. You know, the phone number, website with a matching address. Don't use an email address. It's a Gmail. It doesn't make you look real. get the domain name, inexpensive website, and then have a correct email address that is matched to your website. These are all things that you can do for less than $1,000 for your launch. This is where you're getting ready for your launch. Now you're real in the world. Okay, cheapest advertising there is. YouTube. Oh, for goodness sakes, YouTube. That's exactly where I'm at, YouTube. What you're going to do is get short videos. Think funny. All right, don't be serious. Don't be sitting in the sunset on a rooftop talking about your product. Have some fun with it. I always think, puppies and babies, have some fun with it. Super Bowl commercials. Sometimes the bloopers are more fun than the real stuff. Get different people talking about it, not you, the inventor. Of course, you're going to talk wonderful about it. You invented it. You want somebody to buy it. Get the people who would be using it. All right. They're like testimonials. You may only have 1 or 2 prototypes to your name. Testimonials. All right. It is not unusual that we see people launch, all right, with a half a dozen prototypes or a short run. We like to get things teed up for a short run, maybe, 1,000 units, 500 units. It depends on the price points, and it depends on what you can afford. But when you're getting ready for the launch, you do not need a warehouse full of items, because most stores that would be ordering it, they don't care if you have a warehouse full of them. They want to know, can you fill an order in 3 months? Well, you want to make sure that you can fill an order in 3 months. But for a lot of inventors, that first launch, all right, we look at really squeezing the dollars. We want to know who might order it, all right, what kind of packaging it should be in. So we'll go to a trade show. We go to the National Hardware Show. I take 25 inventors to the National Hardware Show. It is in May 5th, 6th, and 7th, 2020 in Las Vegas. If you think that you've got a product that fits into a big box store, you need to call me now. People are signing up, all right? This is when it happens. So when we're looking at now Archimedes Offspring and how the launch relates to Archimedes Offspring, we're going to walk you through these issues. We're going to walk you through the steps, and Archimedes Offspring is going to be paying for it. So again, we're going to do inexpensive website. All right. We're going to say, this is what you need to set up, Mr. Inventor, because you want to control this. You want to be in charge, your address, your phone number, your email address. And so as we're helping you and guiding you, we want to make sure that we're using money wisely, you're using money wisely, that we have got a good launch. And sometimes, like I said, that launch, you know what the orders are going to cost, you know the price points are going to be, you know when they're going to land. All right, you may have 1,000 or so in a warehouse if that's something that we decide on Archimedes Offspring is a good idea. It's that first run or a short run is what we call it. So we're really looking then with Archimedes Offspring to make sure that you are squeezing the dollars, that your launch has everything it needs to be successful, because we're looking for someone to either buy the product, the intellectual property. All right, there isn't a company yet. You don't really have a business. All you've got are debts at this point. So, or at least on Archimedes' side, it's things that have been paid out. So we want to see who might be interested in licensing it. All right, what the buzz is about it. You know, are we hitting the right price points? Do we need to do some more work on it? On that first launch, all right, we are squeezing the dollars. We're going to have you go to something like the National Hardware Show where you can partner up with a bunch of other inventors to get the word out about all the products. All right. What we don't want to see you do is go to a trade show and spend $50,000 and not know exactly what you're looking for. So we make sure that you're asking the right questions. If you can go with us to the National Hardware Show, that's great. We go to MedTrade and SEMA and lots of different shows. I've been to the National Asphalt Show. We always look at launching at a professional show, not an inventor show. All right. Find out what industry your product fits into and pick that professional show. You'll know it's professional because the public isn't invited and you've got to have credentials to get in. All right. I've got credentials. I'm going to the National Hardware Show and I'm taking 25 inventors with me. All right. Get signed up. Wherever you are in the process, if you want to hit that May show for a launch, you contact me as soon as you can. Whether you're just getting started, We tee them up all year long, whether you've already got your patent filed and you've got prototypes, maybe you've already got a short run done. If you are getting ready to launch and you fit into a big box store, give me a call. I will talk to you on Friday. Good night. Have a wonderful evening, everyone.